Welcome to our iMedia revision video on camera techniques. We're still working in topic area number 2, and we're specifically working on the last section, 2.5, involved in meaning, impact and engagement. And camera techniques, we're working on 97, 98 and 99, angle, shots and movement. And before I go on, I'm just going to point out an exam question. I remember one year marking exams for my classes, and we were working on a question and it asked the camera technique where a camera moves up and down. Now the issue that pupils had is they didn't realise the three main camera techniques were angles, shots and movement. So we were having panning up and down, trolley dollies, camera angles up, camera angles down. There was all sorts of answers. If you get an exam question and it asks you what camera technique, it's looking for angles, shots or movement. So this is one of those areas where it's really important. If you're revising the knowledge organiser, you need to remember there's 3 types of camera techniques: angles, shots and movement. And we're going to explore the sub-topics or sub-areas within angles, shots and movements. So repetition, repetition, repetition. The 3 main areas we will look at are angles, shots and movement. So angles. I have given you a selection of 4 angles. There are more than this, but there's lots and lots of angles. So I'll give you 4 popular angles you might want to look at. So a low angle, that is when the camera is lower than the actor or object and it gives a sense of power. A high angle, the camera is higher than the actor or object, and this is the opposite of a low angle and it makes the subject look powerless. So looking up, sense of power; looking down, powerless. Eye level, the subject is at the level of the human eye. This is a common shot and it's generally viewed so it gives you a realistic way the audience can connect with the experience of a human being. So it can create a sense of empathy. And looking down, also known as bird's eye, you're looking directly down on the subject. This can be used for action scenes. For example, somebody climbing up the side of a building. It puts the audience in suspense and it emphasises the height of the climb. Shots. This is really, really simple if you think about it. A long shot shows the subject and space around the subject. So it shows the subject and the surrounding environment. A mid-shot gets a bit closer. So for example, a news article showing the reporter with a little bit around them. And this might just show the top part of the body or waist height. And as mentioned, it's good for a news report which wants to show you a partial part of the environment. And we have a close-up, and a close-up emphasises the face of the person. So you might look for clues from the person. So these might be classed as symbolic clues which show things like facial expressions. Extreme close-up, this might be a focus on the actor, but specifically on the actor's eye or ear. Or maybe if it's an action movie, an injury on their body. Or it could just be an insect or any other small object. Movement. Panning left to right. We generally do this on a tripod to make the movement smooth. Or sometimes we use a little device called a gimbal, which is an electric device that can move a camera around smoothly. And this can show the environment from a wide perspective. It can also give a feeling of speed as you're moving from left to right. Or you can tilt up or down. So the camera moves up or down. And it can change the focus of an actor. So it can move from foot to face. It can also emphasise the height of a building. It can also be used to create a feeling of terror or tension. Down or walking. The camera points to the floor and the camera operator walks with the camera. It shows the floor of the feet in front of them or the environment in front of them, and it gives an illusion of somebody being followed, or it can focus on a specific journey from the actor's perspective. And we've also got this thing called track and dolly. A trolley dolly is where the camera's put on a little trolley on wheels, and it gives a smooth motion of the camera moving as it moves along the track. It can be used for action shots and scenes. For example, the camera can follow a running actor. That's a very quick snapshot of the 3 camera techniques. But please, please, please remember there are 3 camera techniques: angles, shots, and movement. You may also want to research this topic a little bit more, and if you look on the internet at good examples of angles, shots, and movement. But it's such a big area topic, very, very hard to fit into a small revision video. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as per always, you can ask your teacher for retrieval questions, or if you're an online user, click on the link in the video description and try out the practice questions. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch up with you in the next video.